Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. This is Cikgu Aisyah from Learning English with Cikgu Aisyah. Today we are going to revise or learn a topic from Unit 4, Life on Earth. We are going to focus on grammar, and this is for Form 1, Part 2 book. Our learning objective for today's lesson is to learn and revise rules for countable and uncountable nouns. Let's start with and an. And an are articles. They are used with singular countable nouns to indicate quantity, which is 1. Article is used with nouns that start with consonant. For example, a book. B is a consonant. A giraffe, and G is a consonant. Article N is used with nouns that start with vowel. Example, an elephant. E is a vowel, and an apple, where A is a vowel. Articles and and can be used in positive or negative statements. For example, that's an elephant. This is a positive or affirmative sentence. Or I haven't got a book. This is a negative statement. Be used in questions. Example, is that a dinosaur? Now let's take a look at sum. Sum is a quantifier. It is used with plural countable and uncountable nouns. It is used to indicate quantity in general. It means that it is not in specific number. And it is only used in positive or affirmative statements. For example, this place is home to some rescued animals. It is in countable nouns. We use this with countable nouns. Or try some additional African food. So this is a positive statement using some with uncountable nouns. Next is any. Any is a quantifier. It is used with plural countable and uncountable nouns to indicate quantity in general, not specific number, and it is used in negative statements and questions. For example, there aren't any animals. So we use any with countable nouns. The sentence is in negative statement. Or there wasn't any time to go on a safari. So any here we use with uncountable nouns and in negative statement. Are there any giraffes? So here we use any in question with countable nouns. And also, did you see any wildlife? So we use any with question for uncountable nouns. Next quantifier is many. Many is also a quantifier. We use many with plural countable nouns. It is to indicate quantity in general, usually a large amount, and used in negative statements and questions. For example, how many endangered species live there? So we use many in question with countable nouns. And we didn't see many wild animals. Here we use many in negative statement with countable nouns. Next is much. Much is also a quantifier. We use much only with uncountable nouns. It is to indicate quantity in general, usually a large amount. And it is used in negative statements and questions. For example, there isn't much water in the river. Here, much is used with uncountable nouns and in negative statement. Another example, how much time will we have? So here, much is used with uncountable nouns and in question. The last quantifier for today's lesson is a lot of. A lot of is also a quantifier. It is used with countable nouns and uncountable nouns. It is used to indicate quantity in general and usually a large amount. It is used only in positive statement. For example, there are a lot of things to do. Here we use a lot of with countable nouns and in positive statement. Another example, we had a lot of fun on holiday. Okay, now let's revise the rules for the quantifiers that we have learned in previous slides. Exercise 1. Complete the rules. Question number 1. In affirmative sentences, we use what with plural countable nouns and uncountable nouns. The key here is plural countable and uncountable nouns. We can use this quantifier for both plural countable nouns and uncountable nouns. And another keyword is in affirmative sentence, only in positive sentence. Yes, it's some. Okay, some can be used with plural countable nouns and uncountable nouns in affirmative sentence. Next is in negative sentences and questions, we use with plural countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Okay, in negative sentences and questions. Okay, the keyword here, negative sentence and questions, and we can use both with plural countable nouns and uncountable nouns. So the answer is any. Next, in affirmative sentence, we use much or a lot of with plural countable nouns and uncountable nouns. So we can use both with plural countable nouns and uncountable nouns. But another important keyword is affirmative sentence. Yes, the answer is a lot of. Okay, we use a lot of in only affirmative sentence with plural countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Next is number 4. In negative sentences and questions, we use main or much with plural countable nouns. Okay, so here the keyword is countable nouns. So there's only one that we can use with countable nouns here because we have two choices here. So only one. So absolutely the answer is many. Okay, many. Okay. Number 5, in negative sentences and questions, we use a lot of or much with uncountable nouns. Okay, so here the keyword is uncountable nouns. So we only use much with uncountable nouns. Let's try exercise 2. Okay, complete the sentences with a and some or any. So here you have 4 choices of answers, and some or any. So let's try exercise number 1. I'd like information, please. So noun here is countable or uncountable nouns. Yes, it is uncountable nouns. So we have 2 choices, some or any. So this is a positive statement. So only some is the correct answer. Okay, next, number 2. Is there airport near the wildlife reserve? Okay, so let's see. The noun here is airports. So we can count airports. So meaning this airport is countable noun. So here, since it is a countable noun, let's look, is it plural or singular? Okay, there's no S at the end of the airports, mean airport is singular. So we have two choices, or N. So let's see, is it A or N? So we need to identify the first letter in airport. So it is A. So A is a vowel. So words that start with a vowel, we use articles and. So the answer is N. Okay, number 3. Shall I bring camera? Okay, so same thing. Look at the noun. So noun is countable. So we can count cameras. So it's a countable noun. And if countable, so we need to identify whether it is in singular or plural. So because there is no S at the end of camera, so it is a singular noun. So we have A and N as choices for answers. So because camera start with C and C is a consonant, so the answer is okay, a camera. Next is number 4. Will I see wild animals? Alright, so wild animals. So first, this is a questions. Questions, so meaning the question and the animals is in plural. So we have only any for the answers because we don't use some with questions. Okay, next is number 5. Do I need warm clothes? Warm clothes. Okay, so here also is a question. So and clothes is in plural. So we use any. Okay, now let's try exercise 3. Look at the picture, then correct the sentence. Use a lot of, many, and much. Okay, here you can see that there's an example. She hasn't got many clothes. Okay, but as you can see in the picture, she has got a lot of clothes. That's why the answer is she has got a lot of clothes. So the rules for using a lot of is with affirmative sentence, only with positive sentence. So let's try question 1. She hasn't got much sun cream. Okay, she hasn't got much sun cream. So as you can see in the picture, she has 2 bottles of sun cream. So that means a lot. That's why the correct sentence is she has got a lot of sun cream. As you know that a lot of can be used with countable and uncountable nouns as long as it's in affirmative sentence. Okay, now try number 2. She's got a lot of mosquito bites. As you can see here, mosquito bites mean plural. So you can count these mosquito bites. The answer which into she hasn't got many mosquito bites. So we don't use a lot of in this sentence because this sentence is in negative statement. Number 3, there's a lot of space in the room. Okay, there's a lot of space in the room. So you can see, so her room is quite small, so not much space. So the answer is there hasn't much space in the room. Okay, we use much because we cannot count space. It's an uncountable noun and also it is in negative statements. That's why we use much. We cannot use a lot of. Okay, next, number 4. There aren't many mosquitoes. You can see a lot of mosquitoes in the room, so that's why the answer is there are a lot of mosquitoes. We do not use many here because this is a positive statement. So let's try the last exercise for today's lesson, which is exercise 4. Okay, read the text about 4 different vertebrates and choose the correct answers. Okay, so let's try to read and answer together. What is Okay, now let's try and answer together. What is a vertebrate? It's a or an animal with a backbone. So here you can see animal start with vowel A. So since it's a vowel, the answer is N. Okay, read about these 4 different types of vertebrates. Number 1, dolphin. These animals look like the or a fish. So because fish is singular, so we use a fish, but it is actually a or an mammals, because mammals start with M, so the answer is a mammal. Number 2, penguin. This animal doesn't have any or doesn't has any feathers, and it spends. This animal doesn't, because this animal is singular, so the answer is has. Okay, this animal doesn't has feathers, and it spends much or a lot of time in the water. This is affirmative sentence, so we use a lot of in the water. Human being. Okay, this now we are at number 3. Human being. Although this animal doesn't have much or many hair. In negative sentence, so we can use much or many, but look at the hair. Hair is uncountable, so we use much. Okay, much hair on its body. It is any mammal or a mammal. It is a mammal. Okay, scientists believe it is the. Okay, so you can see here the more or the most, because it is the, so it is superlative, so superlative is most intelligent animal on earth. Okay, last question. Crocodile. Crocodile. This reptile is one of the. Okay, here again you can see the word the, and the choices of answer is older or oldest. So as you know, is when the start is older, when the is for superlatives. So superlatives and EST, so it's the oldest animals on earth. It appeared on this planet as early then, or as early as the dinosaurs. So as you can see here, because the word is as, so as means as adjective and must end with as early as the dinosaurs more than 200 million years ago. Okay, that's it for today's lesson. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Don't forget to click the notification button too. Okay, bye bye. Thank you.